Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to our JavaScript lessons. As you know, I've been preparing and presenting your JavaScript lessons here. So far, I have presented 7 JavaScript lessons, and right now I will start up our next lesson. Okay, where we left, we have left Boolean object constructor method. It's an example for constructor usage, you guys. In order to use this constructor, at first you have to create an instance of this bool object. It's very easy. Just at the left side or the assigned part side, you name your object such as a bool, and this is the method, Boolean method. It's easily transferred an instance of bool so as to be used with a constructor. And this is the right method. So this is a paraphrasing expression, and just by saying bool.constructor, okay, this is the constructor method, just it's printed on the screen. It can be printed such as false, because it's not initialized, and probably it's gonna display the value 0, false. Okay, just as I said, method bool constructor is false. Let me show you another example here. Okay, let me close this one. Okay, array object, array prototype example. How it look like? How does it look like? This is a script block, okay, and within script block I define a function, member function, so it's gonna have a title and author, and by means of this structure, as you remember, this title and this author, we assign a title and author, and just this stands for as a template, in fact. And how about our body part? In our body part, I intend to create an instance of this book. Okay, book is my function, and by creating this instance, I already define 2 arguments such as Scala and Alp. Scala stands for title and Alp stands for author. And additionally, I define another variable here, book prototype price. Price at first is initialized as 0, null, and after that, right away, I assign a value for book.price variable, such as 100. So the rest is very easy. Just I recall right method 3 times. At first, I indicate my book.title, and this is for line break, for line skipping, and my book.author and my book.price. I simply repeat this in order to print out 100. So what's the output will look like? Okay, my book title is Scala. Okay, book title is Scala, book order Alp, book price 100. Let me show you another example here. Array object, array length. This is an example for array object, array length. I here define an array as well as to include 3 members, 1, 10, 20, 30, and this is an instance of this array. And just here, I would like to print out, or I'd like to find out the length of this array. Actually, length is a method that can be used with arrays, and it's gonna print 3, in fact, because the length of this array is 3. Okay, object array length is 3. It's printed out on the screen. How about the next one? Okay. Array concatenation method. This is an example for concatenation. Concatenation means that coming together or making together two different distinct things. Here, I define an alpha variable here, so as to include ABC characters, and this is numeric 1, 2, 3, and just I define another alpha numeric, so as to concatenate numeric and alphanumeric with numeric also, and the rest is easy. Just I mention alphanumeric variable so as to be displayed on the screen, and here ABC and 1, 2, 3 is concatenated in order. Just when you look first, numeric is first, so inside, and it's dependent the alpha part. Okay, alpha part is ABC, 3 characters. So when we run this one, ABC will be printed, and after that 1, 2, 3 will be printed. Right now, let me do like this. Okay, array every method. Every means any member. In fact, here just when we look this script block, okay, going on like this, and here and just what it's done here, I define a function, and this and here I define a length variable, so as to be length of the array, and if type of one is a function, in fact I mean this one, so throw this new type error, because that means it's erroneous situation, in fact, and variable dsp like this. Okay, here is assigned as argument the first index argument with first index, and this is the comparison. If variable I equals to 0 and I less than length of this array, so these do this, and after that, after each loop, it's gonna increase this one. Okay, there is another if comparison here. Okay, just focus on here. If I in this, and this is logical and this is the negation, fall dot call this be this index comma I comma this, and if this is true, in short, okay, return false. And after that, for loop, it's gonna return true. And when I here define another function is big enough, so it's gonna accept 3 elements, element, index, and array, and return element greater than 10. This is the return value. And I define here another past variable, so as to include this list, and every is big enough as long as it is big enough 10. It's gonna make a decision for that. Let's say it's gonna accept this one, okay, this one and that one, and first test value will be passed. Okay, and after that passed is assigned once again, so as to include these members once again. Okay, and every in this time this is big enough comparison is done once again, and the second test value is passed. And when I run this one, okay, and first test value false, second test value true. So that means at the very the first pass is gonna look for that. Okay, is big enough. However, for using every element, so in this time every element is greater or equal to 10. In fact, that's to say it does not include any elements less than 10, such as 5 and 8. In our next list, all the members just meet this condition to be big enough, greater than 10, greater or equal 10. And how about next one? This is a date object, a constructor. This is new for using such structure, such form. I create an instance of date object so as to include date of time, and by saying a constructor dt.constructor. Okay, let me run this one. Okay, just it's gonna show a native code here, because we do not do anything within this code block, in fact. Okay, here I recall date method once again. However, this time I indicate a value, a string. So I create an instance of this method, in fact, object, sorry, dt, such as dt, and once again I here indicate dt.getData. Get data. So the data related with this is gonna retrieved, and when I run this one, once again, 25 will be printed on the screen. Okay. Okay, this time just I create an instance of date, and just I mention by its name dt, and let me run this one. Okay. It's set date and time Saturday, December, the date of today, and this is Arab Standard Time. Let me look once again. Date is enough to print the real date, in fact the current date, and simply by recalling this write method and by concatenating with this expression, just we can print out current date. Okay, date and time Saturday, December, in full form. Okay, in this time another date object method usage I've been presenting you. This is get full year method. The name of the method is get full year, and I here create another instance, okay, for this data string, and what's the full years, get full year. Okay, let me show you 1995. Just it retrieves the year within this string data. And let me show you another one. This time get hours method. This is an example for hours. This time this value will be retrieved as it is expected. Okay. It said get hours. That's why only 23 will be printed out. Just when we review the existing code, this is the string that includes data, date data, and I create an instance of this one, and I simply add get hours to this data. The other, it is the same with the previous one. So that was the end of JavaScript lesson 8, you guys. After a while, I will prepare the Turkish version of these lessons, so there will be a coincidence with the Turkish versions and English versions. And thank you for your sparing time for me. Thank you for watching me. Bye now.